We're live. All right, so welcome to day 6 of the Accepted Challenge. And like I promised, I have amazing bootcamp students here with us today. And before I have you guys introduced, let's just first make sure that we are live and good to go. Okay, we are live. So I will be doing a lot of talking today. I'll let you guys take the show here. Okay, so it's been shared. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We are officially live. Let me just check one more thing. Okay, pin to the top. So we are on day 6, and Anthony kind of disappeared. Well, what happened? Let's see. Oh, Anthony's back. Alrighty. And there's 2 Anthonys here, so
Yeah, my app just crashed real quick. I'm sorry about that.
oh, it's okay. I've done this so many times. The first time I did it, I was like, oh my gosh, a student is missing. I'm like, what do I do? Now I'm like, oh, Anthony's gone. He'll be back. All right. So everyone, I'm so excited to share my students with you guys. And I know I've been doing so much teaching and talking over the past 5 days, but you just really need to hear from my students. Because they've gone through the passion project system and they're still going through it. And it's just so great to talk to students. And it just really goes to show that like, it's not theory, but we put in whatever we teach into practice. And these are amazing, amazing students. And they also went through the Accepted Challenge, just like you guys did, right, Phyllis and Anthony? You guys did the Accepted Challenge. So they were where you were at back in June. So that was like 4 months ago. So they've kind of been through it all. And so super excited to get started. I'll stop talking so you guys can introduce yourselves. Just a quick introduction will be fine because we'll have follow-up questions to talk about your passion project and all. So Phyllis, do you want to just give us a quick introduction?
All right, so hi everyone. I'm Phyllis. I am 16 this year and I am a junior at Vandergrift in Austin, Texas.
Awesome. Your bed is always so neatly organized. Okay, awesome, Phyllis. And then we got Anthony.
Hi everyone, my name is Anthony. I am in 11th grade and I am in a public high school in Pennsylvania.
Right. So I'm in California, Phyllis is in Texas, and Anthony is in Pennsylvania. So I have 4 questions that I want to ask you guys. And so I think right now we want students participating in the challenge to understand that like, you know, feeling overwhelmed and confused and stressed out, like it's pretty normal when you first start out this process. And so how did you guys feel before joining the boot camp or even before participating in the challenge in regards to your college admissions journey? I'll have Phyllis start first. So we're talking about the feeling, okay?
Yeah, so like not gonna lie, but I was just like so overwhelmed. I was just so lost, like I didn't know what to do at all because so my parents well my dad actually went to school in, over here in the US, but my mom she went to college in like Australia. So but like my dad went to school like that was 20 years ago. So like I had no one to like help me and I was like just really lost in the entire process. And even before like starting Accepted Challenge, I was kind of like, well, I wouldn't say like skeptical, but I was just like, I was feeling really like scared of the entire process is what really was the main feeling.
Yeah, it's scary because it's like a huge topic called college admissions, right? No one really talks about it unless like you work with a consultant or something. And then it's somehow supposed to like determine your life, right? Like you need to know your interests, you need to know your passion, but you also need to be very competitive to get accepted into these colleges. And so, yeah, being scared is totally normal because when I was in high school, I felt like if I mess this up, then I'm gonna mess up my life. Like that's how I felt. Um, okay, thanks so much for sharing, Phyllis. Anthony, how are you feeling?
Well, whenever it first started, I was one of those kids that like I probably watched every YouTube video on like people getting into their like Ivy League top 20 schools. And I was like, I'd really try to emulate what some of those people did, like, just try to be really active in school, things like that. And, I'd always have like different examples to look at, and I'd always just kind of take a piece of that and put it to my like experience, and I just ended up with this whole mess of like not me, if that makes sense. I was just trying to be somebody that I wasn't really not, and at the same time I was just at participating in like really filler and not helpful activities, and I felt just kind of like I was just shooting for something blindly.
Yeah. Um, the YouTube reaction videos are like so fun to watch, I must admit. And like I get all emotional watching it too. Even if I don't know that YouTuber, I'm like, oh my gosh, like that's like so amazing. But I think that yes, the mistake is students will just try to get, resources and strategies from different people and try to like create it in their own. And then in that process, you're kind of like, who am I? And like how is this really creating a standout factor, right? So totally. All right, awesome. Thanks for sharing. So I know you guys went through the accepted challenge and you guys are my passion project bootcamp students. So after the challenge, I know the challenge is really fun because number one, it's free. And you just kind of start to build this community with other people, right? But why did you decide to go from the challenge to the passion project bootcamp? Because I think that's where everyone is kind of, not everyone, but a lot of students are at. They're like, oh, this is a great free experience. So like, why do I need to go on to the bootcamp, right? So I'll let Phyllis start this question. Answer
Yeah,
this first.
so the accepted challenge does talk a lot about a lot of things, but I felt like with bootcamp I could get further without having to stress about so much and like look online about how to really like create my passion project, because that's like ultimately the goal that we want, to create a passion project. By the end of accepted challenge, I was beginning to feel really motivated, and I felt like, okay, yeah, like this is something that I can do this. So then I talked to my parents, and then after discussing and everything, we were like, is this really gonna help? Is bootcamp what's gonna be like best for you? And then we discussed it, and then after that, we decided like, yeah, like let's go ahead and do bootcamp. And bootcamp was really helpful. Like all the videos, it's like it condenses everything into one place, so you don't have to like stress about having to look online for so many things.
So what did you guys talk about with your, what did you talk about with your parents?
So I went through the entire like accept the challenge, and at the end, like I kind of explained to my parents like what accept the challenge, what you talked about in accept the challenge, and then I told them like there's this great opportunity with like boot camp, and it basically kind of tells you more about how to do your passion project, and we talked about that. And yeah, and then we decided like, okay, like if bootcamp is going to help you like start with your passion project and really get you somewhere, then it's going to be a great opportunity.
Awesome. Yeah, like a place where everything that you want to know is in a module, in a course format. And I don't know if you guys could tell, Phyllis and Anthony, but my videos are really short in the modules. And we make it that way because like, who wants to freaking watch a college admission video for 1 hour? Right. So with like, I don't know if you guys checked out all the modules yet. I hope you did. But like for SAT, right? It's like how to strategize your SAT plan. It's to the point. Like this is all you need to know, and we condense it in like less than 10 minutes. So yeah, that was like one of my objectives for you guys for sure. Awesome. Anthony.
Okay. Well, for me, I think a major part of it was the fact that after the 7 day challenge, you have a really good base, but the 7 day challenge just kind of left me, I feel like, wanting more. You have the strategies, but that's what the main goal of it is, tell you like what your strategies you should be implementing, how you can brand yourself better while still being true to yourself. What I was really feeling like was, I know what I need to do, but now how do I implement it in a really effective and, impactful way? So I sat down with my parents after it was over and I said, look,
I guess you guys need to have conversation with your parents. Yeah, because it's an investment, right?
yeah. So I said,
Yeah.
obviously, like, there's no college prep that will ever get you into a school. It's all on you. And I was like, I work hard in school. I have worked hard to get like the grades I have, the test scores I have. Like, I know I can do this. It's just, do you trust in me? Like, I know I believe in the program. I believe in the whole process. It's proven to work. You just have to believe in me that I can do it.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, you brought up such a good point. There are so many students out there where they're like, okay, Julie, now that I'm going to work with you, like you're going to do everything for me. And no, like I bring the best strategies to you and you've got to do the work, right? So it's like we have to meet in the middle. Otherwise, I can give you the best strategy in the world, but if you don't do it, and you're telling me that like you got nothing done because you didn't do it, then that's on you, right? Awesome. Great. Yeah. So let's talk about your passion projects. And, I know, Anthony, you have experience with networking with professors. And so that's something that I would love for you to share. But share your passion project. I think everyone wants to know your passion project. Share your passion project and what is it about? Why is it important to you? And how it's creating a standout factor for your application. Phyllis.
Okay, so I'm just gonna talk about my theme a little bit. So basically, my academic interest is psychology, and my personal interest is kind of illustrating or reading. So my passion project is called Psyched Mindscape. You can follow me on Instagram at Psyched Mindscape. But basically, so with my passion project, I really just aim to let teens have fun learning about psychology, but at the same time also address more serious issues we may have, such as mental health, because I know that's really prevalent to us, especially since we're teenagers. We go through a lot of stress, like school, family, or friendships and stuff like that. Yeah, so basically with my passion project, I post about 3 times a week. So kind of I illustrate little posts and then I post them, and it's kind of inspirational or motivational messages to kind of cheer you up a little bit throughout the week. And then every 2 weeks, I post a blog that can range from serious mental health issues such as dealing with stress or coping with mental health during this pandemic to more fun kind of sciencey psychology, such as why do we yawn?
Mm-hmm. So you have a website, you're pumping out blog posts, and so what's next for you? Because we don't want to stop there, right?
Yeah, so next, because I haven't really reached out to any professors or anything, so I definitely want to be getting into networking with professors and continuing to really make my passion project more enforced and have a bigger impact on the community.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. And I was going to say the next step would be for you to reach out to magazines and newspapers and get your passion project published. So that would be the next step. Yeah. And then also reaching out to professors. And one thing is, if you have a passion project link, the website link, and you reach out to the professors using the template that we have in the bootcamp, there's a higher chance of them saying yes to you because, again, you're showing evidences of your work. Right, you're not just saying I'm really interested in psychology, but instead you're like, okay, this is what I created, this is the impact that I'm making, and I would love to hop on a call with you, right? It's a total way of situating yourself, right? Awesome. They're asking about your Instagram. Can you spell it out? They're like, what is it? Can you spell it out?
PSYCHEDMINDSCAPE. I think some of you guys here follow me on Instagram or know me, so I think I saw someone type it into chat. So thank you very much for that.
Okay, awesome. Phyllis, you're popular here or what? Everyone knows you. Awesome. Go follow her, our passion project. And also, another thing that you can scale your passion project, I'm like coaching during an interview, but like another way that you can scale your passion project is like in our Facebook group for bootcamp students, you can do an announcement. You can say like, hey, I have a mental health, passion project. Who also has that? Let's collaborate together. Or hey, who wants to be on my podcast? Or hey, who wants to do guest posting for my blog? So that you're not just making an impact with who you know and what you know, but you are really creating the sense of like collaboration, right? And I know you guys are really like close in there, so it's easy to work on something together too. Yeah, awesome, great. Thanks for sharing, Phyllis. Anthony.
Okay, so just to start, my like whole theme is for my academic interest. I'm really interested in chemistry, and for more like specific area of chemistry, nanoscale chemistry. And my personal interest is political science, and I really like focusing on how to overcome polarization in society. So I created a blog and a podcast. My blog is called Chemical Chronicles. You can follow it at chemical_chronicles_ at Instagram. So I post biweekly blog posts about, just like certain scientific issues throughout the world, such as like stem cell research or global warming, or, like ozone, like the ozone hole. I just did a blog about that are kind of very like controversial in society. And my goal is I want to push out scientific facts about them so that people aren't really just getting their information from like one politician or another. And overall, what I want to do is we talked last week during the podcast filming, and Julie helped me come up with this kind of like hackathon type competition where I'm going to work with a couple of middle school children in my area, and I'm going to hold a couple days. I'm not sure how long it's going to be yet or the whole specifics of it, but where I hold like a seminar where I get guest speakers to come in and talk to these kids about climate change and like the chemical sciences behind climate change and just like why it's a very important issue. And the whole goal of it is for kids to, like maybe write a research paper project type thing, or just kind of help create a project or a plan to help overcome climate change in specific, maybe parts of the world. And it's been working pretty well so far. For the week, I've had like 4 or 5 kids sign up, and I've had a small team of my close friends have been definitely willing to help out, so that's awesome. And overall, with the professor outreach, I have heard back from a lot of schools. Unfortunately, since I'm like a very hard science guy, I'm not allowed to go into a lot of labs, but I've gotten a research position at Tufts. And since our meeting last Wednesday, I did get a call with a professor from Georgia Tech and Northwestern.
Shut up.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. The Georgia Tech one is tomorrow, and Northwestern is on Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah. I know some students are like, are you really saying that you're getting on calls with these professors? And it's so easy to get on calls with them. I mean, it's not super easy, but you can just follow the template and, you're good to go. And one of the things I want to talk about Anthony's passion project is he was interested in climate change, and I didn't want his passion project to go into that typical route of like, okay, I'm so passionate about climate change, right? I'm sure there are thousands of applicants who are going to say the same thing. So we needed a twist to the passion project. We needed a way to truly help him stand out by focusing on a specific problem, right? And Phyllis, you should be asking yourself this question all the time too, and everyone here as well. With the passion project idea that I have, how can I make it more special? How can I make it more unique? How can I make it so that I'm really doing something, right? I'm not just doing this for college, but I'm making a very, very specific impact. So yeah, I think just always kind of questioning what is important too, because I could easily say like, oh, Anthony, what you did is good. Like, just go with it. But it was more of like, let's make it better.
Yeah. And even with like all of these like my passion project, like the event I'm holding virtually, it works really well with my theme, and all these things, they're even proving at a deeper level what you're interested in, because like obviously climate change, you can go into like whole twist on that of chemical sciences, and that's a huge political issue. So even there, like just through one project, I'm able to really further both aspects of my application.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Yeah, someone's asking, you guys did all of this in 4 months. How long did it take you guys to get your passion project website running? Not too long, I believe.
Yeah, it didn't actually take like 4 months. I think So I would definitely say like after I joined bootcamp, like probably in like the first 2 months, like I definitely got it up and running.
Yeah.
Like I worked on my website first. And also just because like when I was working on my website, I was just like, oh my God, this is so fun and this is so exciting. So I had like the drive to keep going forward. And then after I created my website, I started setting up like all my social media accounts and everything.
Yeah. The website creation is really, really simple. And like we lay out like what you should have on the website and everything. Yeah. How long did it take you, Anthony, to get the initial part of your path? I guess more of professor outreach process. Like how long did it take you to start sending out emails?
Okay, so for the professor outreach part of it, I started probably around August 27th, and I got my first email back by the 1st of September.
Yeah, that's good. Awesome. Did you guys attend both of the bonuses, the passion project brainstorming and the professor outreach?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you guys share your experiences in that? Because I think when I say yes, I will edit your Google Doc, they don't, I don't know if they really think that I do or whatever. So how was your experience like in the brainstorming session or the professor email draft session? So I guess Phyllis could talk about the brainstorming and then Anthony could talk about the professor outreach process.
Okay, yeah. So for brainstorming, it was really like helpful not only hearing feedback from Julie, but also to kind of like hear what other students are also what their passion projects are. You know, you kind of get inspired by what other people are doing, and you also at the same time think about like how can you make your passion project better with like the ideas you've had from so many other like amazing students.
Mm-hmm. To be honest with you guys, after the brainstorming session, I was so tired. Like I think it was like 3 hours and a half, or it was like it went on for a long time. And then by the end, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so fried. But I think it's because like everyone needs attention, especially in the brainstorming process, right? I can't just give like a general like follow this kind of thing. So it was really fun. And again, it was fun to see everyone's face, but I was so tired that day. Anyway, yeah, so that was really fun. Anthony, do you have anything to say about the professor outreach Zoom call?
Yeah, it was definitely a lot more helpful than I thought it was going to be. At first I was a little like worried. I was like, can a 5-minute conversation really help me like get in contact with like some of the smartest people in the world and like the best people in their field? And it really did help because like once you went through my email template and you just gave me feedback like what I could improve, and it just gave me a huge confidence booster. It made me really feel like I could reach out to people, and I feel like just coming over that first mental block of like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't be doing this, like no professor's going to want to talk to me. That's all in your head. Really,
Yeah.
once you get started, like obviously you're going to have some people that either just ignore your email or maybe just not see it. And that's rough to deal with. It's hard not getting, instant feedback, but there are most of the times people that will, get on a call with you and are willing to help you. They're more than willing to help you.
Yeah. When you tell yourself no one's going to respond to you, that's your belief system. So if you get rid of that, then people will respond to you, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. So this is my last question for you guys, which is to the students who's watching this right now, whether it's the live or replay, and they're like, I think they're at exactly where you guys were like 4 months ago, right? Like, what would you share with them for the students who are maybe thinking about joining the boot camp and they're, I don't know, maybe they think it's not going to help them, or maybe you're not going to get your money. We know how we say that a lot. We're like, is it going to give me my money back? Is it going to be worth the investment, right? So to those students, what would you share with them? Or I guess to everyone who's thinking about joining the boot camp.
Okay, so I can just go first, I guess. Yeah. So I would say like if you're a student who is determined and motivated and you know what you're going for and you are willing to put in the hard work and effort, it is definitely worth the investment. And in the long run, you'll be saving a lot of time and stress having to search things up on the web, because with the bootcamp system, everything is laid out perfectly for you. So all you have to do is just watch those videos, and they're super helpful. And I also just want to say, like, even if you're having doubts about starting a passion project, or you're just kind of scared of how everything's gonna work out, like you just need to start. Like that was me as well. But once I just kind of started, it'll work things out. You have to just start, like take small steps and build up like day by day, and eventually you'll get to where you want to be. Like it's basically a learning process. Like I'm still learning right now, and you'll always be learning. There's no like perfect way, or like there's no end to just learning.
So true.
Just go for it.
Yeah, so true. Like the learning never ends. Yeah. Thank you. Anthony.
Well, first of all, I just want to say, just to reiterate, you're never going to get into your school just by buying or paying for something. It's the work that you put in alongside with all the strategies, the tips, and every other great resource that it offers that will like help you get in, that will really boost your chances. I say if you're willing to work really hard and you're kind of tired of aiming just aimlessly for your top school, I think it's really helpful. I think you need to just stop worrying about what everybody else is doing and just focus on you. And I want to say, just like the strategies in it, they are really innovative, because like I have never heard anybody say from any college counselor that like you may hear mainstream on their social media, or from any of my friends or from any of my guidance counselors ever, that you should like network with professors, or that you can even like contact the admissions officers, to get your name kind of on their list. This program, I feel, offers awesome strategies that you won't find anywhere else.
Awesome. Yeah, it's definitely innovative. It's not like I'm not teaching you what you already know. So I think these are things that I all struggled with when I was in high school, and I was like, this needs to be a resource. So Phyllis and Anthony, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and knowledge and your honest perspective with everyone here. Really appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys in the Q&A calls. And yeah, thank you so much. Have a great
Thank
week.
you for having us.
Bye, Phyllis and Anthony.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Let me just bring this back up. All right. So how did you guys enjoy listening to Phyllis and Anthony? Aren't they so like amazing? They're hardworking. They're amazing. They're action takers. Yeah. So what I want you guys to do for day 6 and 7, did you guys all watch the day 5 video that I sent in the recap email? So make sure to watch the day 5 video that I sent in the recap email. And I will also go ahead and put in that video in the Facebook group today for those of you who didn't get to watch it. And the number one thing that you can do right now is to be on the wait list, because people who are on the early bird wait list, you guys will get the information earlier. I'm going to keep it a surprise as to when, but you want to register for the wait list today as soon as possible. So all of you guys are on the wait list. Awesome. And I'm showing you guys my students, Phyllis and Anthony, and we also have 3 more students coming on tomorrow as well. So that's not it. Is because I want you to realize that it's possible for you too. A lot of people like look at successes and they're like, that's not possible for me. I can't do it. And that's doing yourself such a disservice, because you're just letting your belief prevent you from taking action when you can get to where you want to go, because you get to create the life that you want. You have the power to create the life that you want. And I talk about my example all the freaking time, because I came from nothing. I didn't know anything. And had I just used that belief system to live my life, I would just be working a 9-to-5 job that I probably absolutely hate just because I want to play safe. And playing safe is not the point of life. The point of life is to do things that scare you a little, do things that challenge you a little, because crossing that bridge leads you to result. crossing that bridge leads you to success. Crossing that bridge leads you to things that other people won't experience because they're too scared to cross the bridge, right? So the homework for today is to catch up on day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 homework assignments, okay? So who here was like, I couldn't do day 2 homework, or I couldn't do day 4 homework, or whatever. Also, if you already finished day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 homework, start commenting on each other's responses, because I look at them very carefully. In June, we had 2 winners. Do you guys know why I chose those 2 winners? It's because obviously they showed up and they completed the homework assignments, but they were supporting other people in the challenge so much. So if you're done with day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 homework, comment on other students' posts, give them encouragement, support each other, and do that. And I really take a look at that with a lot of attention. So go ahead and do that. And then, of course, sign up for the wait list. All right, so I'm going to answer some questions. I'll go ahead and talk about the bonuses again. For those of you who couldn't make it yesterday, and if you guys have any questions about the bonuses, please put it into the comment section on the right side. So with the Passion Project Bootcamp, we're giving out 6 bonuses. And the first one is Passion Project brainstorming session via Zoom. So this is where in the Zoom room, you'll see me, I'll see you, and we'll brainstorm your passion project idea together. So some students might not have any idea. That's okay. Just bring your theme and we'll talk about what ideas we're going to come up with. And then also, if you already have an idea, I'm going to give you even better ideas or question you or make it better. So this passion project brainstorming session will take via Zoom. And last time we did it for 3 hours and a half. I almost died, but it was so fun. And it took us 3.5 hours to do it because I gave attention to each and every student. Okay, so that's the Passion Project Brainstorming Session bonus. This one will expire on October 12th, 11:55 PST. The second bonus is Professor Outreach Email Review Session. This is where you're going to write your email, and I'm going to teach you how to do all of that. We have templates, and you're going to bring your Google Doc to the Zoom call, and I'm going to give you suggestions and edits on your Professor Outreach email so that you know you're sending out the best email possible. This one will expire on October 14th. And then this is like the best bonus. I've never offered this bonus ever. If you're my current student, like Phyllis and Anthony, they're also going to get this too. And that is 4 live Q&A sessions from October 2020 to January 2021. So you're going to bring your questions to the live Q&As and I'll answer them. And this is a new bonus that we created just for this round, but we're also extending it to our current students. So what I believe in is that just because you're done with like the first initial part of the program doesn't mean that like you're my old student. I want my old student, new students to always get my support. If I'm doing something for the new students, I want my old students to get the same. I want it to be over-delivering process. And so that's why we're adding this 4 live Q&A in here. This is a huge deal. And this one, I'm so excited to do. And the next bonus is so I know all of you guys right here are going, and I know you guys are talking about creating an Instagram account or like Messenger or whatever. I recommend that you don't, so that you guys could just move over to this private Facebook group together. And when you guys create separate Facebook groups, it kind of dies down eventually. And I really want you guys to start off at the same place in the same community. So we also have a private Facebook group for Passion Project Bootcamp students, which once you guys are in the bootcamp, we will move you right over there. And then bonus number 5 is $500 discount code. I know we shouldn't even have this bonus in there, but we just decided to keep it so that maybe if you're like, I could never afford a one-on-one college consultant for thousands of dollars, you could use this coupon to get $500 off the bootcamp. And then last bonus is College Spotlight Program. Basically, we have 10 videos in there where each video was about Stanford or MIT or Georgia Tech. And in each lesson, I talk about what this college is known for and what they are looking for in an applicant. Like what Georgia Tech wants in an applicant and what MIT wants in an applicant, they're different, right? So that's, you're gonna learn so much inside the college spotlight, which so many students love. So these are the 4 bonuses. And let me just go ahead and answer some questions for you guys. While I have the wait list up there. Do you guys have any questions? And instead of connecting with your personal Instagram right now, I want you guys to wait so that once you have your passion project up and running, you guys can start following each other's passion project Instagram account. Does that make sense? Yeah, Elizabeth, today is catch-up day and tomorrow is also catch-up day. Music's like, this is so exciting. Malika is asking, when are you going to announce the, let me try to show this. When are you going to introduce the, when are you going to share the when are you going to announce the winners? And that's a surprise. I always do this as a surprise and it's so fun for me because I just go on randomly and I share the winners. You guys, the comments are coming in quickly, so I'm missing some, but I'll just try to I'll try to respond to as many questions as possible. What do the expiration dates mean on the bonuses? That means that that bonus will expire that day. So there's 6 bonuses in total, and the brainstorming one and then the research one, they will expire earlier than others because we can't have too many students in there, and we just want to we want to give a lot to students who are fast action takers, right? Amy says, how do you get the bonuses? The bonuses come with the Passion Project Bootcamp. So you're going to want to just get on the wait list so that you can get all the information. Fatima's yelling again, you guys. Fatima says, Julie, please talk about the monthly payment option. So monthly payment option is going to be available next Wednesday. Yeah, next Wednesday starting then. And it'll be a 2-part payment plan. And you'll get more information on it on Wednesday. Okay. Does that answer your question, Fatima? Again, Raza, the bonuses come with the Passion Project Bootcamp. All right. I mean, I think I could easily just sell the bonuses on its own and it'll be a great program, but it's in addition to the Passion Project Bootcamp course that you're getting all of these additional bonuses. Jeremy says, how did you decide to start this amazing program? I love this question, Jeremy. So if you guys don't know, I worked as a college consultant for many, many years. And I used to work at like those really big college consulting companies. And I worked on multiple, so it's not just one. And I hated my job, to be honest, because you guys know that most college consulting is like you go into a room with a consultant and it's like one-on-one, and then you talk, and then you pull up like your notes, and then you talk about classes, SAT, volunteer hours, and blah 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 blah. It was so boring, And some kids were very motivated to do well, and some kids felt like they were never good enough to do well. So then in a college consulting company, what they would do is they would kind of categorize the students as like Ivy potential, not Ivy potential, and just kind of like categorize kids that way. And I was like, that's so messed up, because what if there is a kid, there is a high school student, and he maybe has a few B's, and maybe his SAT score is not where I want it to be, but we as adults categorize him as this like mediocre student. So then he doesn't really aim for more, or he continues to not believe in himself, because even the college consultant or the adults are telling him, hey, you're kind of like an average student. So basically, like, we're not teaching kids in a college consulting company how to have a growth mindset. It's like, this is who you are and this is who you're going to be. I hated that. Another thing is it wasn't focused on passion. It wasn't focused on who you really are. It wasn't focused on mental health. It wasn't focused on potential. It was all just data and numbers. And I started the Passion Project Bootcamp because that's how I got accepted into my dream colleges. And I've helped so many high school students get accepted into Stanford, Princeton, Columbia, USC, from Ivy League top tier to mid tier, all the colleges. And I started it because I knew that there's an easier way, and there's a more fun way, and there's a more uplifting way to get accepted into during college. And I needed to share that. The reason why I do 7-day challenges, you guys, because I'm sure you can imagine that it takes up a lot of time, a lot of preparation. We have a lot of team members behind all of this. I'm the only one showing up, but we have amazing team members in the back trying to make all of this happen. We do this because I need to teach you guys the importance of the affirmations that we talked about, that you can do whatever you want with your life. You have the power to create the life you want. Don't let anyone else tell you what you can do or what you can't do. I need to share that with you guys, because if I don't share that with you guys and I start talking about college consulting, a lot of people are just gonna say, I'm not good enough, so what Julie is saying sounds good, but I'm not gonna listen. So first, we need to work on how we can heal ourselves, or how can we make ourselves better as a person. And then it goes into colleges, because I mean, there could be a really, really smart student like with straight A's, but maybe she feels overwhelmed and stressed out and not good enough all the time. So how is that living a truly fulfilling life, right? So that's why I created this program, and that's why and you know, another thing is, like, there are so many amazing high school students doing crazy good work. Like, I have a student where she has a passion project on helping people with eye disability, vision problems, and she has a community for that. I have students where she focuses on teaching in hands-on science experiments to low-income students. I have a student where he focuses on teaching reading to low-income students. I have a student where he is working on a cancer cell research focused on genetics. Like, there's so many amazing things that high school students are doing, and with the right guidance, they can. But without, they're gonna just feel like there's not much that they can do, right? We need to get rid of our limiting beliefs. And to be honest, I still struggle with that. Like, I do have limiting beliefs come up for me, but I need to work on them, right? I used to think that I was like not a good speaker, or like no one's listening to me. And I don't know if you guys know, but when I first did my Facebook Live on my Facebook page, that was like 3 years ago, I was shaking, I looked nervous. But if I didn't do that first Facebook Live, this would not exist. Our team wouldn't exist. Our hundreds of students wouldn't exist, right? So it's exactly that's the exact reason why I created the Passion Project Bootcamp Journey. And I added a lot of bonuses so that you guys will feel supported. That's the whole point of the bonuses. Any other questions, you guys? Charlene, are you asking for my Insta or someone else's? And, you know, the reason why the Passion Project Bootcamp exists is because there's a wrong way to do it and a right way to do it. And I see most students doing it the wrong way because they're just trying to like guess what to do. And that's why the boot camp takes out all the guesswork for you so that you can go ahead and follow my guidance step by step. I don't want you guys to create a passion project and not be the best one, or miss something, or, you know, lose the opportunity to make it better. That's the whole point of the system. Oh, thank you so much, Sophia. How did you get into this field after getting a master's in education? So after I got my master's in education, I thought that I wanted to kind of go into research or something like that. So I was working as a research assistant at Harvard, and I hated it. Like, you just go into a room and collect data all day, and I'm like, this is not for me. And as you guys can tell by the way that I motivate you guys, I need interaction. I want to motivate people right in front of me. So while research could be great for other people, it wasn't for me. And that's the reason why I started college consulting, and I wanted to do it in a different way. Yeah, I wanted to do it in a way that's empowering and inspiring. Raza says, I believe you mentioned this, but where can I sign up for the whole program? I signed up for the waitlist. So if you signed up for the waitlist, you guys will get a notification very soon. Again, that's a surprise. The reason why we're not giving you guys the link to enroll right now is because I want you to focus on the challenge. Harshini says, is there a max number of people and max number of students for your program? No, there isn't. It means boot camp is you can use the boot camp to power up your passion project. And in the boot camp, there's also a lot more. Like, I talk about how to network with college admission officers, how to plan your SAT and ACT, how to do your class selections. There's a lot more. Yeah, it's not just passion project. The passion project is the main thing, but it's not, you know, the only thing. Navish says, if we sign up for the waitlist, then do we lose the bonuses? You don't lose anything. If you sign up for the waitlist, you guys, the early bird waitlist, you will be the first one to know all about the bootcamp and all the bonuses. So that's why I want you to sign up for the waitlist so that you will be notified. Michaela says, will those who sign up earliest get more bonuses? Yes, that's correct. The bootcamp is a course that you can keep forever, so you can share with your younger siblings if you like. But the coaching will start in October, and then we'll have one coaching call every month, October, November, December, January, because as you heard from my students, it doesn't take a long time to create these. Malika says, will the winners get all the bonuses? Yes, the winners will get all the bonuses as well. Isabel says, are there other types of passion projects apart from blogs? That's something that I'm going to definitely talk about in the bootcamp so that you can find something that really resonates with what you want to do. Yuna is asking this question, and I want all of you guys to answer it with Yuna. Do you think it's important to continue an extracurricular for a long period of time? What do you think I'm going to say to that? It's not about the duration. If it doesn't create a standout factor, if it doesn't demonstrate your theme and your SPV in a compelling way, like a climax of a movie, then everyone has that extracurricular, right? Lena says the homework for today. Lena says homework for today is, what is it? It's to finish up your day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 homework if you didn't get a chance to finish all of them. And also what I want you to do is comment on other people's responses too, so that you guys can support each other. That's your homework. Yeah, catch-up day. Last time we did the accepted challenge, we didn't have a catch-up day. So everyone's like, oh my gosh, like I'm on day 3 and I'm like so behind. So what we decided to do was to make the weekend a catch-up day for you all. What if we wanted to talk with you to brainstorm the strategize, but didn't sign up in time for the bonuses? Then sign up in time for the bonuses. If the first expiration date is October 12th, if we were to get in by then, will we get that bonus? Or yeah, so October 12th, 11:55 p.m. If you enroll before then, you will get all the bonuses. Yeah. Oh, Mita, thank you so much for your kind words. Actually, Mita is saying that that she thinks of me as like her older sister, and that's exactly what I want it to be. Like I want it to be like an older sister to students who might not have an older sister. And I say that because when I'm the older child and I have a younger brother, and I always wanted an older sister. I'm like, can I just ask you for help? Can I just can you kind of be my mentor? I didn't have that, so. Raza says, will the registration come before October 12th since that's when the first bonus is? Clever. So make sure to register for the waitlist. That's what you're going to do, because the waitlist, early bird waitlisters will get the information first. Aaron says, is the bootcamp good for people who only want to land research intern positions? Yeah, that's what Anthony did too. Anthony's main focus was to land a research position, and he did at Tufts University. So if that's what you want to do, then that could be your passion project, and it works out totally. Yeah. When the early bird waitlist includes the short-term bonuses like research bonuses. So for those of you who, let me put this down. So for those of you who join on October 12th, you're basically getting everything, or before October 12th, because you're getting all the 6 bonuses. And yeah, because that's when the passion project brainstorming session expires. Does that make sense, Neva? I know it's already been an hour. All right, you guys, have a great Saturday. I'm actually gonna go spend time with my family today. And yeah, I'm gonna go spend time with my family today, and I will. Oh, and if you joined the waitlist, let me know on Instagram too, like tag me or whatever, and let me know. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're gonna have 3 amazing Passion Project Bootcamp students come on, and you guys can also learn a lot about the bootcamp and also their passion project, and also know that if it's possible for them, it's possible for you. If it's possible for me, it's possible for you. If it's possible for your next door neighbor, it's possible for you too. It's just a matter of where you put your energy and thoughts, okay? Have a great, great, great weekend. Appreciate you all so much. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.